Hey, well, I have some lights turned on and my converter fan hasn't turned on yet, so that's spiffy. It's very hot in here. I really wish I had windows that open like this, not like this. Because this ones that open like this or like down here. If I had ones that open like this, they'd go like that. Live how you live. Anyway, though. Buckets of ice. Buckets of ice is the answer, obviously. It's the clearest answer. I haven't had an answer come so clearly into my life until buckets of ice came to be. People used to go throw buckets of ice on each other and all the time, and people used to carry portable waterfalls around everywhere and drench them onto people. Now everyone's got electronics on them all the time, so that's not a nice thing to do. There's a wiggly appliance light. It was like cutting in and out of the circuit connection and everything. I don't know. I mean, I'll get up, I guess. I always got to be on the go. Always. Always, always, always. Got these bulbs here, but I'm going to figure out what kind this might be to replace and get an LED version of this. Right? Is that true? I can't read what it says. Um, OEC 1076. 1076. Okay, so that's the light. It's a 1076, I suppose. If I could get an LED version of that. I'm trying to go all LED. Converter fan might come on now. If I find out where the switch for this even is. Where's the switch? I'm looking around. Oh, 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 there it is. Actually, right there. No converter fan yet. Wow. These are just the regular lights. There it goes. It's starting up. Can you hear it? You'll hear it here, because these are not LEDs. Converter fans behind there. It's back behind here. It's only faint right now. At least it's not the vacuum. Imagine a fan that ran like that constantly. And you keep turning lights on, then they're not LED. I don't know what other lights I have that are not LED. I know what I could do. I could turn some outside lights on with a switch. You'll kick it up. There we go. Like a little computer fan from what I understand. I mean, I could get some sewing machine oil. I'd have to access the converter fan though. It's onto my rain. That's a converter fan, not an inverter. But maybe everyone that was being corrected online calling it an inverter were right all along. I don't believe that though. So anyhow, all outdoor lights or whatever on, floodlights or whatever you want to call it. I hope it doesn't flood. Flooding actually would happen like up through here sometimes, despite me being parked set up a bit further away from where the flood goes through, because oh look, the fan came off. So I can have one non-LED light going, and it won't kick the converter fan on. So out here, where's my pointing finger? I don't like these phones. These newfangled phones made the world a much worse place having these around. Despite the gratification of ego and arrogance people's personality disorders can have, personalities themselves seem to be disorders these days. But anyway, that's like a mini river that comes through. And down there it even floods a bit. But I'm a bit away from it. I just don't want the boards that the jacks are reliant upon to flood or anything. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Oh look, it's the insulation foam that I had cut out. I had some of it going on here. Not the nicest cutout, but it's better than the bubbly muck than it was before and everything. So obviously this double-sided tape is going to be complete crap. Pardon my language to use for backing that wallpaper because I had put some up. I like it. You might not, but this isn't yours. If you like it, that's nice too. I just know that when heat gets hot, double-sided tape's probably not going to be the end-all, be-all for keeping it up and everything. So, okay, we're in a world now where, first of all, I didn't put all of my incandescent lights away. So let me just put one into this cup. If you ever want to drink a cup of light bulbs, let me know. I have two LEDs left. So I got to replace everything that I've seen so far that needed to be, but have some left over too. So that's pretty neat. All right, let's pop lights on and see when the fan kicks on. You want to try that? 1, 2, 3 lights. I almost felt like it was teasing me by coming on. I was just expecting it to pop on. I think right now, I don't know, hold on. I'll try the kitchen appliance light too. That's the one that was a bit shaky. This light was a bit shaky right here. I'm poking it. Can't see what my finger's doing. Ready? It seems, I almost hear like it's starting to sound up a bit, but then keeps itself from doing so. I think maybe to have the door closed here too. A bit of some silence. Yeah, that light, that's wiggly in there, huh? It's an LED now though. I didn't think it would fit. Its head was too big, but it fit anyway. Yeah. Everything else, I'd like to know how to change these ones out here, you know? So-called reading lights. Are those LED anyway? Whatever they are. I had a time taking the thing out, taking the holster of it out. And then I couldn't see where to switch lights from, so it's like, what the heck? Now, we'll add another light. How many do we have going now? Oh, just 3? Really? Fine. 1, 2, 3. 3 sets. 4. Uh-oh. It's on. 4 lights. Is it going to stay on, though? It's staying on, so... I think one of the main things is keeping 3 sets on, keeping 3 lights on, not 4, having a laptop plugged in and everything, and having a silent room playing acoustic, not electric. If I have a clean electric signal and everything moving through, I don't even know if I'm going to get a clean acoustic amp signal for, you know, Fisherman amp and everything. So it's on. All these people, they told me, LEDs. I haven't even had my converter fan come on with them on. I have 4 on now. I'll go to 3 again. It's at 3. Staying on. But this section is different because this one, basically from here back, I notice will use lights coming on without needing to flip the switch, you know, so. Anyway, it's still on. I would like to clean the fan out. Anyway, if I could ever get to the thing. That's another conquest, I suppose. I have a feeling the fan's gonna shut off when I shut this one off, though. Yeah, it's doing it. And it did. Now we'll try this one again. Didn't come on. This whole part of the camper here, then, that basically relies on this switch. Because I can hit this switch over here. It's on! The light. And the fan comes on. Because I think this whole part of the camper is reliant on the battery underneath the front area. So it's on the converter fan. And we'll add a second light, and it's probably going to kick it up a bit. That didn't kick it up a bit. I'm going to do a third light. That's 3 lights from the bedroom bunker area. And it's running about the same. I have one light in here, one light set in here also. Since I don't have water hooked up or anything like that too, I'm going to just create a shelf or something to fill in the sink space there and use it as storage, much as a shower. Is this going to turn on? No, you have to hit this. This is faulty. It's a bit faulty. Hard click too. Look how good all my body weight right now. I got all my body weight pressed right into it. Yeah, it's very warbly faulty. This area. I don't know if I could pop this out, or maybe even the first go would be to get some electric cleaner. You know, that spray. What the hell do you call it? You call it something. I don't care what it's called. Anyway, yeah, it's faulty light system through there. Now the converter fan's kicked up a bit more. Yeah, that light's not doing it for me. So the fan is still kicked up a bit of a level more, just with this switch as it is. It's a blinking switch. It's on the on. It has to be wiggled down a bit. That's messed up. That's messed up. So that sucks. Turn that off. Keep that always off, I guess. Turn this off. Is the converter? Is it going to drop? Is the converter going to drop? Still going pretty hefty now after doing that. It's running. I want to get into that converter fan then. I'd like to, I don't know. I don't know if replacing it's that great of an idea because it's a fan, you know. I heard one has a wizard built in or something like that that preps the recognition of the battery and where the battery space is at. Like to get the contacts of the battery cleaned off at least too with some baking soda and mix with water and then dry it good and everything afterwards. Toothbrush, a little bit of some water and some baking soda and scrub the terminal contacts. All right, I'm gonna go to 2 lights. It dropped the fan down. You're going off what I'm saying because I'm not so sure you could hear the actual sound of the fan being like that. Now what? It's still going very lightly. It's still going enough where I'm being very finicky with the audio recording presence for that zoom camera and any condenser mic or anything like that. So my idea is even keeping one light on in the bedroom bunker. I don't want to name it the Bopper Room. I was going to name my jumbo guitar the Big Bopper, and then it was Nellie Melba, I think, some singer. Nellie Melba. Let me think if I didn't get that incorrect, because I might have. Might not be the right name for my guitar then if I have to ponder about it. So, okay, where are we now then? I don't even hear it. I could keep one light on then up that way. Can you see me pointing? I'll set the camera down here right next to the fan. You like that view of the wall? I have two lights on. I have two lights on. Why is the converter fan not running now? Did it settle itself? I don't know. We'll do 3 lights. You get ready for this. There you go. Now my question is, in the other room here, if I turn another light on, will it kick in further? 1, 2, 3. Yes, it will. I switched the switch. I'm going to turn the bunker bedroom lights all off now. Okay. All bunker bedroom lights are off. And I have a resonant fan. I can hear it. I can hear it. To make sure this thing's actually fully off, then this switch, this nightmare switch. Don't hit the nightmare switch. Is my you know, advice. The nightmare switch has something was going on where it looked like there's some frying going on or something for that compartment. Like there's browning, like burning marks. And that's not on me, that was there. I'm not the original OG of this thing, so. I'm trying to check and see if the converter's still going. It is. Will it kick on even more? Adding a third LED light. I'd like to know too if this battery is actually charging due to the shore power, if it's going to kick back up to like 100 or so, and then not really be as, agitated as for kicking the fan on. The idea is basically like I'm going to be running things and recording from a laptop off of a strip switch, or a switch strip, whatever you want to call it, electric switch strip, electric switch strip, right? Are we going well with all that now? So, the idea too is flip it off completely. Oh shit, sorry. That's a habit about traffic, living where I live. All right, we'll do the switch again. See if it comes back on due to that. Up, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. So is there a lesson to be learned about switching from normal bulbs to LEDs, and having enough silence to record when it comes to music making. So far, and this is before any updates even occur, where I plug a laptop in, because I haven't gotten to that point yet. I may very well have situations where the fan's going to kick on anyway if I have a laptop plugged in. And that could happen without any LEDs running at all. I could have all lights off, have my laptop plugged into a switch, and even have all the flip switches off, and get the converter fan to run, which is what I do not want. So I guess there's some more things to figure out regarding that. My idea is just basically having a recording atmosphere where the only things I'm probably going to hear are the birds outside during the daytime, and probably a fan on me since it's been so hot in here anyway. Or the nighttime, which is when I love to record anyway, and having peeper sounds, which is basically frogs, is what I call those peepers. Tree frogs and crickets and all this and all that, but that's not the most worst thing in the world, really. In fact, I'm quite quaint with that. There's a song called Setting. I recorded the first layer of that song outside on my porch, somewhere else and everything, before I had this thing. It took a long time to think about getting a camper. I have things to deal with having it. Yeah. But anyway, that's my adventure so far regarding this. And there's still yet some lights to replace LEDs with, more bulb lights, more so the screw in lights, or the twist a little and pop, twist and shout, twist and shout. That's what those ones are. And then shout and twist versus the twist. Do the twist. Do the spin, spiral lights. Yeah. So I can manage, though. I'll figure it out as I go. I have no clue about the grounding hum yet, too. It's these things that I'm working myself up to dare myself to do, to find some of the answers out regarding if there's going to be grounding buzz or this or that. And then it's supposed to have the cable people come or whatever, the internet people. My insurance bill just for my motorbike alone just came too. It's like they're trying to torture you. By the way, nobody said a thing at all. I went to go play Porch Fest. I wanted to play it in this town and everything. I asked about it. It's going to live on with me, having this town that's so loving and open-minded be so rude and dismissive. Try to make my presence and my beingness feel invisible and excluded. So don't worry. You know, I'm not the judgmental one, but you guys are pretty rude and mean, so thanks for being a bunch of mean people, a bunch of jerks in this loving little town where the apartment prices downtown have become so high and everything. That's why I thought a camper was the best option, because you spend a lot on the thing, but then it's something you can keep at least. If I ever figure out how to move it, I have to get a real mover type vehicle with a fifth wheel, but it's set where it is, and making a studio in here and then still being, I guess, what you'd call a devil thorn just for existing, considered by, everyone else that's a clique downtown. They can call themselves outliers, but they're not going to be in the position where I've been, where I just brought nothing but my intent of creativity and had that kind of cast out to be an outcast and all that. So this is where life has brought me at this point then. Just working on getting the converter fan to not be so loud, so then I can, peacefully create and work on some more things and make compositions and make pretty sounding music with good intents of soundtrack, and then make some rock and roll brash stuff to get all that kind of stuff that I was just talking about dealing with out of my system and everything. So, and I think I am going to do the Apophis music group down near the Lakeway and everything like that. As always, I'll invite others to show up, but they probably won't. And I like experimental creativity with some kick to it and everything. There's a lyric about Link Ray singing about Coca-Cola sign. It blinds his eyes. And then I went down there one day with my resonator and I was writing, I just decided to sing a song, an ode to that, about, you know, having a Coca-Cola truck be by my side when I was riding my motorbike down there. Because I had my motorbike and a resonator guitar strapped to my back on a backpack. That motorcycle is what I'm about to pay insurance for, by the way, and I still don't even have good tires on it, and there's oil leaking everywhere and all that kind of stuff. Another thing to get to. Anyway, I started to like sing a song about like racing beside a Coca-Cola truck and trying to stay alive. It reminded me of like that Link Ray's 3-track Shack. I like that album quite a bit. I don't like it. I love that album a lot. So I thought, making my own music how I can. I'm not one of those people with mom and rich dad are buying them their own, ability to have a fucking house and their own studio and everything. And now everyone has a studio. I'm going to record everything all myself. Do it all again. It's been a long time. I've released a few things here and there and everything like that, but not really like the time and commitment put into it or anything like that. Like now, I'd love to go for that. And that was an issue, that fan. I can work with what I have now, though. Somehow, some way, I can work with this, where I have 2 lights on now. I'll do the daring thing and turn a 3rd LED light on without it being in the bedroom bunker. The bopping bedroom. Light number 3 is on. I'll wait. See if the converter fan comes on. I almost feel like if you get it to switch on and then it stays steady where it recognizes a few lights, like if I was to turn the bedroom light on right now, even though the fan's not running right now, and that's cool because I have 3 lights on, and these are LEDs, they're a bit brighter, all the other qualities too. I mean, none of them burnt, none of them died out on me yet. I put them in less than an hour ago. But what I'm saying is if I go into the other room, the bedroom bunker, where it seems to be the converter fan will come on like more touchy, and it'll just come on in general more so than this area over here, which seems to be more shore power safe and everything. If I was to turn that on, the converter fan comes on, and then I turn that light off again, that sets the converter fan off in the bedroom bunker bopper area, then it would stay on, even though it doesn't without first activating the bopper room area. So what I can do then is demonstrate that or test it out. I have 3 lights now on in the, shore power area. I shouldn't call it that because this is all kind of is running on shore power. It just kicks the battery charging in when it does. But okay, here we go. And it's coming on to a lightedness. So it's there. I'll get up, turn that light off that activated the fan. We're back to 3 lights. And it went off. So that's nice. Now I can try a 4th light in here in this same area, not in the bedroom bopper bunker. Four lights. And I'm just gonna sit here. I don't know if my mind is playing tricks on me. I don't know if there's an intermittent smittenness of a mitten that keeps a hand dry while it's wet on the outside? That's a question. That's a quiz, but you don't get any D'Addario points to earn to get a set of strings by answering that quiz, because there's no definite answer. It's a dragonfly flying outside. It looks really nice. I like the way that it coasts. I wrote some songs about dragonflies a long time ago. Anyway, is a fan going off? I don't know. Yes. It was going off, but very faintly and very slightly. The entirety of the new operative function then is going to be what's going to happen when recording music stuff, when bringing music stuff into the process. Because I could just run an extension cord from the barn into here and run all of the music stuff off that if there is any problem using the interior outlet of the camper, because that might just change the whole situation. That might make the fan go off no matter what, even if I have lights completely off. It could kick the fan on due to the power demand regarding that. So today, at least, I learned that LED lights, they worked. I don't have to go and do a return on them, which is nice, because I opened the package up and everything anyway, and that would be one gruesome hack job, taping everything back together like that. And I can use 3 lights, you know, and it seems okay. Do a 4th light at a different location. Comes down to a very brittle faintness with 4, but nothing that's like would mess up even having my Zoom recorder and an acoustic instrument. So we're not even talking electronic right now. Just running it, coming up here and just doing some, you know, acoustic solo stuff. I don't want to say stuff. Don't call your stuff stuff. People used to call they say that it was junk. That's where the holy grail of DNA reproduction comes from. They called it the family jewels at one point. Now they said it was junk. That's how people see themselves as individuals of, you know, the ability to further life itself. The thing that demonstrates the ability to further life itself, people would refer to as junk. That's a bit wily and wild, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to go make some food. And this was a kind of camper / creative studio update. If you want any past videos about me having gotten black mold out of a corner and I'm still continuing the process of that, I don't know, stay tuned one day or another, or not. I may or may not release the videos about that. It was pretty groggy and grumpy. My root canal pains were really wild also, and I had mouth infections going on. I went to the ER and left. It was so insanely busy. The next day I went to a doctor and got some antibiotics, and it's so much better. Now it's just a nerve pain that goes to my ear, to my, that's it now. I've been doing that for like 3 years, so having the mouth infection stuff go away. That was a wonderful thing. I'm going to go make some food. Definitely going to drink a lot of coffee. I have some tobacco growing. I've never really smoked. I had some cloves before and smoked a few things of tobacco like twice in my life, like a pipe of tobacco. But I have tobacco growing, and I might start smoking tobacco like for the first time in my life ever. So that'll be fun. A pair of boots coming in that I'm going to do some sewing work on, making zippers up the sides of those and putting the rubber soles on those and working with that. I doubt I'm going to video those, because anything I learned that I have electronics around with me where I'm working with heavy sticky glues or anything, not for me. Not for me. Nope. I even had sand get in one of my cameras before, like all over the dials, because I was trying to do projects near shore before. That was a bad idea. Anyway. So anyway, that's my video.